Mr. Stanley Kubrick.
A number of films that made a deep impression upon me in the 60s, I think. One of the most important at the very end was 2001, Stanley Kubrick. It was the sense of isolation that I related to. That, in combination with a number of other elements, set the pattern for a lot of the kinds of music that I wrote and the kind of performances that I gave, and probably predicted my lifestyle for the 70s. Thematically, I've always dealt with isolation in everything I've written, I think. So it's something that triggers me off. It always makes me interested in a new project if it has anything to do with alienation or isolation. So I have often put myself in circumstances and positions where I am isolated just so that I can write about it. And it's that peculiar part of the human mind that fascinates me about the small universes that can be created inside the mind.
The problem to begin with is that people do not react to abstractions. You know, they only react to direct experience. Very few people are even interested in abstractions, and even fewer people can become emotionally involved or emotionally react to an abstract thing.
The extraordinary audacity, but also power and I think guts to say, let's just screech everything to a halt. Take everybody back to prehistoric times where it wasn't that fast. Considering the way the world was moving so quickly at the time, this just said, no, I want you to see something. I'm going to take you through something you never thought you'd ever experience.
It wasn't a documentary, and it wasn't a drama, and it wasn't really science fiction. It was more science eventuality.
I was never an oracle for the times. I dealt with characters, and I portrayed their lives and their feelings. I don't think I've ever been involved in a kind of a song which says the world is going to die, says David Bowie.
No.
I think Ziggy Stardust knew that his world was dying, but that's a very different thing. That's playing with theatre rock. I didn't particularly feel comfortable performing as a straight-ahead singer on stage, and my interest had always been in, for want of a better word, multimedia type situations. I like the idea of combining theatre and music and the whole atmosphere and creating an atmosphere for stage. I thought was terribly important. It was to me anyway, it's what I wanted to do. So it then became necessary to devise characters to sing the songs of these little stories that I was writing.
Sir, would you like me to suggest what you can do with that promotion? Colonel Dax! You will apologize at once or I shall be placed under arrest. I apologize for not being entirely honest with you. I apologize for not revealing my true feelings. I apologize, sir, for not telling you sooner that you're a degenerate, sadistic old man. And you can go to hell before I apologize to you now or ever again.
Well, no, I never like to say anything about my films because I think that the pleasure that an audience receives in discovering things for themselves is a great deal of what one likes about good films. I know myself, I don't like to read what something is about, what to be told before I see it, or what it means. I think the best thing is when an audience looks at a film and wonders whether something that they see is an accident or whether the director or writer meant them to know it. I think that subtlety and allowing the audience to discover for themselves what it is the most important thing. That's why I've always tried to avoid interviews and explanations about the films. I think the film, should be able to speak for itself.
You're aware of a deeper existence.
Are you there, David?
If by style you mean, it's interesting if some songs are talking only about style, then that has a certain kind of validity. It depends what aspect of one's work you're interested in projecting. I think I've almost run the full gamut from things that are fairly heartfelt through to pieces that specifically deal with artifice. I don't think it's either one thing or the other. I think the only thing that's recognizable in my work is generally a form of writing. I think pretty much you can always recognize one of my songs as being one of my songs, but they tend to have a great variety because I'm very open to expressing myself in very, very different ways as the mood takes me.